Sawadika, good evening. Welcome to Thai PBS English News Service. Tonight you with me, Rungtip Chodnapalai, the son of Chada Thaiset, member of Parliament for Uthaithani Province, was shot to death during family trip to Khao Yai National Park in Nakhon Ratchasima Province. A regional police officer suspected that it was either a result of mistaken identity or a result of road rage. Following last night's fatal shooting in Khao Yai National Park of Farut Thaiset, the son of Chada Thaiset, the Chad Pattana's Party's member of Parliament for Uthaithani Province. Officers from Provincial Police Region 3 started their investigation near Musi Sub-District in Pak Chong District of Nakhon Ratchasima Province. The suspects thought to be involved in the shooting were driving a Mitsubishi car without a license plate. It is thought that the intended target was the MP Chada, since the car his son was in belongs to him. MP Chada had accompanied his son but had to change cars on the way. Alternatively, it might be a simple case of road rage. The investigation is underway and police are interviewing 5 witnesses who were in the MP's car at the time of the incident. The governor of Phuket has ordered the inspection of almost 200 nightclubs in Phuket province to ensure that they pass fire evacuation safety standards. Meanwhile, police confirmed that a British man was among the 4 people killed in the blaze at the Tiger discotheque. Here's more.
Foreign tourists and Thais who live and work near Bangla Street, a famous clubbing area on Phuket, held religious rites for the victims of the fire at the Tiger discotheque on Patong Beach.
It could be any one of us. It was just really freak accident, and I feel sorry for the families of the people that they work there, as well as people that they probably did have the time of their life.
I hope that the government will make now rules and consequences about this big fire and this big tragedy, because I think here are many problems for security.
Forensic experts at Bangkok's police hospital said they were able to use dental records to confirm that 24-year-old Michael Pio Suvani was one of the 4 people who lost their lives to the inferno last week. Suvani's brother, Joseph Suvani, also confirmed the body's identity from his belongings. Police confirmed Suvani died from smoke inhalation in Friday's blaze at the Tiger Disco. Police are still waiting for DNA test results to help identify the other 3 bodies, believed to be those of 2 Thai women and a French man. 11 people were injured in the blaze. Meanwhile, Tri Akaradesha, Phuket governor, has ordered authorities to inspect some 200 nightclubs in Phuket to verify their opening licenses and in order that they pass the fire evacuation safety standards. Local police will charge the owner of the Tiger discotheque with negligence leading to the death of others and adding construction to the building without permission causing death.
Thank you, Kun Supajon. Police in Pattaya have arrested a Swedish man who is accused of stabbing a man from New Zealand in the seaside resort yesterday. The New Zealander, identified by locals as Robert Hollick, was treated on the scene and then transported to Pattaya Memorial Hospital. But hospital officials said he died before reaching the hospital. Local witnesses said Hollick was stabbed by 40-year-old Andres Ringvold after an argument. Police later arrested Ringvold and his girlfriend, and they are currently being held at Pattaya police station. Police say that they recovered the alleged murder weapon. According to police, Ringvold and Dow had been living in Pattaya for some time after moving there from Samui Island in southern Thailand. Thailand economy has grown faster than expected over the past 3 months, generating a GDP of 3.3%. This growth is partially due to the resumption of production of 75% of the factories which halt production after the devastating floods last year.
According to the National Economic and Social Development Board, the Thai economy has grown by about 11% after 10.8% contraction last year, due in part to the floods. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, also forecasts growth from 5.5% this year to 7.5% in 2013. Though the rate of growth is increasing, the managing partner of advisor company said that there are still concerns over the tough economic condition in 2012.
I think we should not get lulled into a sense of complacency that means that it's going to look good, throughout the rest of the year.
Thailand's economy is almost 70% based on exports. And while there is growth, Songlim Thanakorn, the Vice President of External Affairs at Bangkok University, says that the rate of growth could slow and the effects of the EU zone crisis must not be underestimated.
Thailand based a lot of our future on export, and export is external factor that we can have no control of. We won't know how deep the euro crisis will grow. A lot of variable needs to be taken into consideration.
Meanwhile, the World Bank has advised the Thai government to slow down its populist policies because they could have long-term negative effects on the country's economy.
The Commerce Ministry announced that it will be releasing its stockpile of 700,000 tons of milled and unmilled rice by the end of this month, while some millers are demanding that the state rice auction be opened to all licensed rice traders. The Department of Foreign Trade has announced an auction for the sale of state rice in small lots. The first auction will be for a total of 700,000 tons of milled and unmilled rice, which is expected to take place this month. At present, there is approximately 10 million tons of rice in the government's rice pledging scheme, a program that was launched in October last year. Some millers are insisting that the government open the rice auction to every licensed rice trader, including millers and exporters, so as to avoid price collusion during the bidding. Pongsak Aksakul, president of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, said that government needs to disclose information to ensure transparency, since it has spent a significant amount of taxpayers' money on the scheme and complaints about corruption are widespread. If the government fails to take transparency seriously, the scheme might not actually benefit rice farmers. On the other hand, Thanin Jelabonon, president of the Jaran Pokapan Food Group, wants the government to appoint an internationally respected body to monitor rice quality in the state stockpile. This will help ease some burden from the government, as the company will partly shoulder the cost of managing the pledged rice. The green economy has been highlighted by economists from the ADB because of its importance in the sustainability and the growth of megacities in Asia. I asked ADB chief economist Dr. Chang Yong-ri and Dr. Laksamon Attapit, senior economists of ADB's Thailand Western Mission, about the Thai government's budget and plans for a green economy.
When we look at the government policy direction and investment plan right now, we can see that the government already take into consideration green economy, whether it's the development of mass transit system in Bangkok, whether it's the development of alternative energy. So it's not too difficult to pursue green economy.
Is it too late now, because we are already very polluted?
No, it is never too late. Dr. Reed.
And also, don't think about green economy as something really fancy. Okay, and some kind of sewage disposal system and recycling waste system, which can actually improve the urban slum areas, and then also prevent pollution of the river, and that can have large externalities. So when you talk about people, when they talk about new green technology, they think about really fancy one, but I think there are many things that you can do it, which is good for you at your development stages to protect the environment. That's a goal.
Yeah, to protect the environment. But then we are moving towards the AEC in 2015. A green economy and AEC, can we relate it somehow?
The green aspect has lots of public good nature. Okay, if you pollute your river, it's not just for your own country, it affects the other countries near your neighbor. Also, if you have a natural disaster, for example, flooding in Thailand has a large impact in Japan, because of the production channels, right? So Asian 2015 we will provide a common market, provide many opportunities, but also it provides opportunities for international policy coordination for the better global world. So in that sense, it's related to the green economy.
Yes.
Yes, and I also see an opportunity for Thailand because we are leader in many alternative energy industries, and this is something that we can be a leader in ASEAN as well.
Today, the body of Jesse Robredo, Interior Minister and one of the Philippines' most influential politicians, was found in waters 55 meters deep near the coast of the central island of Masbate 3 days after the plane he was traveling in crashed.
The Philippine Transportation and Communications Secretary Ma Roxas said the divers recovered Robredo's body as they stepped up efforts to recover the bodies of the Filipino pilot Jessup Bahinting and his Nepalese co-pilot Kashitis Chand from the sunken fuselage. The dramatic search and rescue operation has gripped the Catholic nation, with hundreds of prayers being offered at churches throughout the country. Abigail Volte, a presidential spokeswoman, speaking at a church service in Manila, said that the death of the 54-year-old Robredo was a big loss to the cabinet and to the entire nation. Robredo was flying to Naga from the central Philippines on an official trip when the plane developed engine trouble, causing it to ditch into the sea short of the runway. Robredo became a rising star in local politics in 2000, and he won the Raymond Magsaysay Award for good governance for transforming Naga from an impoverished backwater into a bustling commercial centre. Hugh Adams, ThaiPBS.
While freedom of the press in some countries in this region continues to be a sensitive issue, Myanmar's new law states that government officials will now cease direct media censorship. However, journalists and consumers say more needs to be done to promote freedom of expression. Here's more.
Just a day after Myanmar officials abolished direct media censorship, the outcry calling for further press freedom continued. Under the new rules implemented yesterday, print journalists no longer have to submit reports to state censors before publication, ending a practice strictly enforced during nearly half a century of military rule, a rule which ended in March last year. However, those in the film and music industries still need to send their content to the censorship board. Previously, every song, book, cartoon, news report and planned piece of art required approval from teams of censors rooting out political messages and criticisms of one of Asia's most repressive governments. Changes have accelerated since June last year, when the Ministry of Information decided to allow about half of Myanmar's privately run weekly journals and monthly magazines to publish without submitting page proofs to a censorship board in advance. Journalists still face other formidable restrictions, though, including a ban on private daily newspapers and a pervasive culture of self-censorship.
I hope all Myanmar media will get free press and very soon, totally free, I mean freedom of expression. So because we have, already proved the 2008 Constitution. So according to the Constitution, that's freedom of expression is fundamental rights of civil, citizens, all citizens.
In 2011, anti-censorship group Reporters Without Borders ranked Myanmar 169th out of 179 nations in a global press freedom index. Privately run daily newspapers are still not permitted, leaving a monopoly for state-run papers filled with propaganda. Newspapers have since been testing the boundaries, however, often putting opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi on the front pages and providing coverage of government critics. Editors say this was unthinkable before the middle of last year. Hugh Adams, ThaiPBS.
Thank you, Kun Hugh. Being the first athlete from southern Thailand to receive an Olympic medal, Chanatip Songkham, or Nonglek Taekwondo bronze medalist, has received a warm welcome back home. Hat Yai Airport was full of family members and fans of Thanathip Songkham, or Nong Lek, who won a bronze medal at the 30th Summer Olympics in London. She was then welcomed at her hometown in Pathalung, where she was greeted by the governor and local dignitaries. After visiting her old high school, the Olympic medalist was paraded through town, much to the delight of the cheering crowds. This is the only day that she will spend in her hometown following her return from the Olympic Games, because she will travel to Bangkok tomorrow for a thank you party hosted by the government. On Thursday, Nong Lek is expected to announce whether she will join the armed forces after graduating from the university. Here at ThaiPBS News, we have new job opportunities for English language reporters working for our English news service. If you are interested and would like more information, please visit the ThaiPBS website. And if you are interested, send your resume to us at job@thaipbs.or.th. And that wraps up tonight's edition of ThaiPBS English News Service. Thank you for watching. I'm Rung Tip Chonapalai. Have a good night. สวัสดีค่ะ